Hey guys, how are you doing? It's Susan here, coming at you from Kildare, Ireland. As you may have guessed from the title of this video, this is going to be my 2025 handbag collection video. A little bit of background: I have always loved fashion, bags, designer pieces, taken some time to curate and assemble, collect, whatever way you want to put it, a really good handbag collection that I reach for time and time again. This collection has been curated with a very modest income. Like, it's not as if I'm purchasing designer handbags left, right and centre. It's definitely been a journey. Like, I've collected all of these pieces 6-7 years, I would say. They're pieces that I love and I use all the time. Some are secondhand, some were right place, right time, and some dupes actually that I researched quite a bit and found something that met my needs, requirements, and that I was happy to purchase. Without further ado, let's jump into it. I'm going to do this order of when I actually got these handbags. Also, while I'm currently 32 weeks pregnant, I hope that this video will be a little bit of a nod to the time in life that I'm at now, and I would love to see this collection grow over time. I had the of mind that I'm going to have tons and tons of these handbags. It is something I enjoy collecting and it's something I like doing a lot of research into. But let's jump into it. First one that I'm going to show you across this little cutie in a little stall in Shanghai. I believe it's handmade, and it's handmade from this beautiful suede material. It just has a little embellishment here, and then all this detail is sewn to the top, and then it has this little classic coin clasp, and then the inside is this beautiful pattern. This is not a designer purchase. It was not like overly expensive, but I do love it. And the handbags that I'm showing you today are the ones that I reach for time and time again. It doesn't fit much, clearly. If I'm wearing this, I'm holding my phone because it does not fit in here. It's a real oldie. I actually got this back in 2011, I think it was. No, it was 2014. And in 2014, while I was doing my J1 in San Francisco, I was working in bubblegum shrimp at the time, and I saved all my tips for a couple of weeks so that I could get this handbag. It's not a handbag I would consider a designer handbag. I must say though, it's made extremely well, and it is this Michael Kors bag. I got this, as I said, in 2014. Michael Kors was massive at the time. Coat bags in particular that were really popular at the time. This was the first handbag I've ever purchased where like I had to put money aside and save for it. And I must admit, I actually don't reach for this. Like, I would take this out once in a blue moon. It's not really my style anymore. I don't ever regret purchasing it, but I don't know if I'll ever part with it. It's not worth much anymore. Like, I definitely wouldn't get back what I paid for it. It kind of holds sentimental value because it was my first entry into having a label handbag or striving to own something that I really wanted, and you know, having that as a goal. Quite a jump from the last one. In 2019, I was living in China. The employment that I was doing there was that accommodation was covered, most of my bills were covered. Saved quite a bit at the time. I saved and saved and ended up being able to get the handbag I have always wanted. I thought, oh my god, someday I would love to own something from Chanel. And I always wanted the classic flap with lambskin on gold hardware. So I picked this one up in Hong Kong in 2019 while I was on a trip there with an aunt and uncle. Have worn this bag so much. I love it so much. I probably don't reach for it as much day to day because It actually isn't, I find it's actually not the most practical. It falls down quite a bit. Absolutely beautiful. I love wearing it as a shoulder bag, like this. Or you can pull this out and you can wear it crossbody as well. I probably do prefer wearing it crossbody, and I love the look of this worn casual. I love wearing it just like this as a cloth. Risking it falling down off my shoulder or anything like that, I do tend to hold it a lot or wear a crossbody. However, I do think if I was to repurchase this one, I would get the caviar leather. I would not get lambskin. This is extremely precious. The corners, even if you're extremely careful with it, the corners do wear away quite quickly. And any scratch is going to show up on this leather. It is not forgiving whatsoever. So would highly recommend a calfskin or caviar rather. I love this. It's just something that's never going to date, and it's the best. The next handbag is most definitely another classic. This was a gift from my family for my 30th birthday, and I love this handbag so much. This is the Alma BB from Louis Vuitton, and it is just such a beautiful, well-made handbag. You can wear it a couple of different ways. There's of course the top handle. I love the ratio of handle to handbag as well. I just think it's nice and neat. This can also be worn crossbody, so there is a crossbody strap that comes with it. I usually keep it in the handbag, and then it clips on to these two clips. So this one here, and then this one here. This does come in a number of different colorways. This is not leather, it is coated canvas. It is extremely durable, and it holds up really well. It keeps its shape really well, but the handles and the bottom here, and then your clochette, they are all leather. You have the option when you're getting this handbag, you can get it initialed. Maiden name is Tuhi, so my sister got ST for Susan Tuhi and put onto this for my 30th birthday, which is lovely, and I actually wouldn't replace this because it is a little nod to the time when it was purchased and who I was. The interior is beautiful as well. You just have this red interior all along the inside. I would highly recommend. Very durable, very versatile. I use this at night time just as much as I would use it in the daytime. Love wearing it casually. I love dressing it up. Yeah, great one. This one is also not a designer purchase, but I do love it, and I think it's really unique, and probably something I will keep for many years to come. This is a beautiful raffia handbag that I purchased in a little town close to Marbella. It probably cost me less than €30, but I just love the shape of it. I love how unique this is. I love that it has a gorgeous little top handle, clasp on it, and it just works. It's really functional. It's really well finished. It also has feet. Yeah, it just goes to show that you can pick up such fabulous pieces just about anywhere for half nothing. This was great. Love it. The next is a really classic handbag. Absolutely beautiful, but something that really had to grow on me. I didn't really like this at the start when I really started getting into handbags and learning RH brand's classic silhouettes, and if I wanted to build a collection that's going to work for me for years and years to come, what would be the best handbags to get? What would be the best colors to get? It was not one that stood out to me, but it was one that grew on me over time. This is also a dupe. So this is the mini Lady Dior in blush pink, and I love this handbag. It's just so beautiful. It is on their classic monogram leather, and then it has Dior across the front of it here in little key rings, or they're like little charms, and then behind here it just says Christian Dior. It's a hefty handbag. It does pack a bit of weight and is perfect with just a beautiful dress, and having this as an evening moment, or I also do really like it with jeans and a blazer as well. This came with 2 crossbody straps. So one is like a chain with a little bit of leather on the top so that it's comfortable when it's on your shoulder. And then the second one is a full leather crossbody strap. As I mentioned, this is a dupe directly from Christian Dior. I wanted this in my collection. I just was not prepared to spend what it is. And I also wasn't sure how much or often I would reach for it. I do reach for it a little bit, but I definitely wouldn't have got my cost per wear had I purchased this full price. I think this version of it I got, it was still close to €500, so it's not cheap, but in my opinion, like, this is immaculate. I think this is great. It also has little feet on it as well. Like, I love this silhouette now. As I said, it took a while for it to grow on me, but I do love the Lady Dior, and it is without a doubt the most classic handbag in the line of Christian Dior handbags. Next 2 were purchased secondhand, and the other I just actually got quite recently, but I do want to build a bit of a collection of these. The first one is my Longchamp backpack. So I have this in navy, durable. I use this a lot when traveling, but this one in particular I picked up for like €10 in a charity shop in Waterford years and years ago. I don't even remember what year it was. It was probably like 2015. Would highly recommend. Great handbag, light, durable, no fuss, and you can clean it really easily. In my little Longchamp collection is this one. So this is a miniature version of the backpack. My husband picked this one up for me for our 1-year wedding anniversary. It is so tiny. I think I've only used it once since I got it. I thought it came with the crossbody strap. It doesn't. That's an additional that you need to purchase yourself on Amazon. Longchamp don't actually do those, which I was not aware of. But I do think this is so cute. I do think I will start reaching for it a little bit more, and especially when I get the crossbody strap, I think it will be really, really handy. It fits all your essentials, so you're going to be able to get a big phone in here, you're going to be able to get your passport in here, maybe a couple of pieces of makeup. Ideal. Next kind of 2 to 3 I got back in January of this year. In 2025, we went to Japan on our honeymoon, and I knew that when I was in Japan that I wanted to make a purchase. The secondhand market in Japan is incredible. Like, it's so good. The handbags are so well kept. There's really strict authenticity rules and laws when it comes in the confidence that it's going to be a genuine piece that you're purchasing. I know the rules are set to change a little bit, but while we were there, you could purchase without VAT. They actually removed the VAT at the till as long as you had your passport with you and that you were traveling from outside of Japan. Cost was just something I couldn't pass up, and I so enjoyed going through all the boutiques, pieces that were in there, and trying to decide exactly what I wanted. The first one I got while there, and this has become my day-to-day handbag. This is my Speedy 30. I've always liked the Speedy, but never a silhouette that I thought, oh goodness, like I really want to own one of those. Saw this one, I saw how, like, it was in such good shape. It was vintage, the price was great, and I ended up purchasing this one, and I love it. I reach for it all the time. It is just, it's not a massive bag, but it also fits everything I need, and I can just throw things in and just go. So like, I have headphones in here, I have my purse in here, there's just loads of stuff thrown in. The inside of it was impeccable as well. There was no stains, anything like that. Like, this is a vintage piece. It's from '93. No wear and tear on it at all. Obviously, when you get these handles initially, this is quite a light leather in LV handbags. I don't really like it when it's brand new. I like when it becomes more tanned, when it looks a little bit more worn. This handbag's been well loved, but it's just been kept in such good condition. So I'm actually really happy that it is a little bit more tanned here than the white that you get when you initially get this type of leather in Louis Vuitton. It also has the yellow contrast stitching here. Again, I think this looks much better against tan than it does against the lighter leather when you first get it. And I just like having a few little bag charms at the moment. So I got this little Hello Kitty while in Japan, and I got this little Lucky Cat as well. So he has a little bell on top. So yeah, I'm just liking those little bag charms on this at the moment. I don't think I'll be adding a Labubu to that anytime soon, but love this purchase. Would highly recommend the Speedy. I would highly recommend it secondhand, because if it's in good nick, because they wear really well, and honestly I think they look much better when they're a little bit more worn in. Again, just like my Alma BB, this is coated canvas, this is not leather, and this is slightly different. Just it has the overall monogram instead of the checkered print on this particular one, and I love it. I know this can be a little bit of a in-your-face print, but I do tend to wear this against a lot of neutrals, not as loud. But yeah, I really like it. The reason I said next 2 to 3 is that I do have this one. This is also a purchase from Japan. This is called the Louis Vuitton Papillon, so the Louis Vuitton butterfly, and it also has the very same print as my Speedy 30, but it has the very same color leather here as well, which has tanned over time. This is also a vintage piece. It was a great price over there, and I do love it. I had actually never seen this handbag before. I've never seen this silhouette before. It is circular on both sides here, and then it's like, I don't know if you would call this a bowling bag type silhouette, but yeah, I love this. I love this. I know that this is something that I will get a lot of wear out of. It actually has a lovely leather interior, which I don't have on any of the other handbags. And then it actually has LV print, like Louis Vuitton Paris, I believe. Yeah, Louis Vuitton Paris, made in France, on the inside there. It also has a baby. It has a miniature version that came with it as well, and they are actually worn together. So this is how the handbag is sold. So you also have a miniature version that comes with this. So you kind of get 2 for the price of 1. I love this. I don't really wear them together. When I do wear them, I have gotten wear out of the large one on its own, and then I have gotten wear out of the small one on its own as well. I actually wore this to a wedding and I loved it. It also has a leather interior similar to the mummy ones. When you're using this, you're going to be carrying your phone, but this is really handy for your lipstick. That is my 2025 handbag collection. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I would love if you would consider liking and subscribing and following my channel along as it grows and develops. If you have any questions on any of the handbags that I have shown today, I would be more than happy to answer them. Until next time, bye bye.